All right, great. So welcome everybody to Thursday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's beautiful outside and here in Charleston anyway. So come to your child's pose, please. And yeah, today is our Vinyasa Yin blend of a practice. So have those props. Good, it's nice to see everyone. So once you're in your child's pose, just snuggle down in it. Let the knees go as wide as you're able. I want you to feel the spread of the low back here. And let your head really come to rest. Let your head come down to the ground. And if your head doesn't come to the floor comfortably, don't drop down into your neck, right? Let yourself be propped, whether it's on your little blanket or a block or your hands or your beach towel. Beach towels are great props to have, let me tell you. Not just on the beach. Okay. So we're going to take several deep breaths here. And here is where we will begin to drop down into our practice, drop down into our body, reminding yourself grace for the things that you can't control, and remembering that this practice is available and accessible to you, interdependent of anything else that's going on, right? It's always here. You just have to show up to it. So we'll take some nice deep breaths here, please. Good. Nice deep breaths. Just a couple more. Nice. And then you're going to walk your arms and torso over to the left. So go ahead and walk over to the left. Keep your hips low. Extend your right arm. And you can have your left hand back or forward, whatever's comfortable for you. But go ahead and sink down into it and then push the right hip back. So think about the right sit bone reaching back as maybe the right side of your shoulder or your heart area reaches down and forward. So you're really finding this kind of length, this tensegrity of the action here, right? From one end to the other, all the space in between. And you'll take several breaths here. Inhale through your nose and exhale out. Relax your jaw. It's okay to feel whatever it is you're feeling, whether it's in your body, if it's in your brain, if the feeling tones, just be there. And then we'll come back to the center and just go right on over to the right side. So take it over to the right, extend your left arm forward, slide your left sit bone back, that hip, left hip. And the right hand just finds its own home for support. And come down into it. Good. So feel that pull. Good. So never expect to come into the mat, come to your practice with everything feeling on point and perfect and ready. So rarely happens, you know, it certainly does not happen for me. I always come to my mat and sometimes find the most authentic and rich practice when I really have a hard time getting there or being there. Our practice is a lot about finding the shift, right? Finding the shift from whatever you need to shift from. But it's always towards and into happiness, feeling happy in your body, feeling happy in your mindset. Go ahead and come back to the center, please. And then from the center, let's go ahead and come forward. I want you to come down to your forearms. So you're going to place your forearms on the ground and walk your knees in a little closer. And with the forearms on the ground, the belly in, make sure that you know where your forearms need to be. How do you know? You can take your hands and wrap them around the fingertips around the elbows, right? So you can feel your fingertips kind of tapping on the outside of the elbows. And then let the hands go back forward. And you can always have your hands pressing in together or making like a little tent or palms down or fist. So if you're not sure what feels more supportive for you, now you begin to practice and play with that. Okay, so we're just going to be here. We're not going to lift the hips up quite yet, but I want you to drag your head down. So I've got the top of my head pulling towards the ground. I'm just going to move my head side to side, side to side. Relax your jaw, widen it a little bit. You can make some movements in the shoulders, kind of dropping in and pushing out, sort of rounding and sinking in. Good. Just a couple more breaths here. Good. And then you're going to turn your toes under and walk your knees up a little bit. So I'm walking my knees towards my elbows, right? And then I'm going to keep my toes turned, dig my toes really in and walk my knees a little closer. Pull your belly in and then round your spine. Drop your chin. Take a breath. Good. All right, so this is called a dolphin. So really plug into your shoulders here. Like I'm feeling my shoulders plugging in. And then I'm going to press down into my forearms till my knees float up. And then I'm going to begin to straighten my legs and push back. Dolphin. So think about the upper arm bones and allow those upper arm bones to slide down into your back so you feel the scaps. Not just slide down into the back body, but also feeling them move wide. I'm going to take a look here at some of you. You look good. You can always bend the knees more. Good. See if you can press back more. Good, Cindy. That looks great. So the armpits are a bit wide here. It's one more breath. It's okay to feel heavy here. It's very different than down dog. That's why it's good to do it. Pull the belly in to support your back. Good. One more breath. Good. Everybody looks good. All right. And then we're going to slowly drop our knees back down to the ground. Come up onto your hands. Good. So sometimes we complain a lot about having our hands, our wrists on the mat. And then we do dolphin. You're like, oh, damn, I'm glad to have my wrists back on the mat, right? My hands. All right, so we're going to move into cats and cows now. So as you round, you'll draw your chin to your chest and round in. And then you'll inhale and you'll drop your belly and look up. So smooth it out here a little bit. Smooth it out. Good. A couple more of these extension and flexion movements. And then you're going to do some side to side, some lateral. So shoulder to hip, right? And then the opposite way. Side to side. You're just stretching open the side ribs. These should feel really good if you did yesterday's practice. Oh, goodness. All right, a couple more on each side, side to side, side to side. Good. And then we're going to come into downward dog. So turn your toes under and then pick your hips up and back and press back. Good. Let your head drop. So the feeling tone, the movement of the scaps is very, it's very similar to when you were in dolphin. However, the difference really is the spreading out, right? You've got more space to kind of spread out because of the length of the arms. So you've got this sensation of the arm bones rolling more out, right? Like as if your biceps were rolling forward. So push your chest back there. Good. We'll take one more breath. And then we're going to walk our hands back towards our feet. So walk your hands to your feet in the back of your mat. Make sure your feet are about hip distance apart and take a breath and halfway lift. And then exhale, fold down. Fold down, fold down, fold down. And so once you're folded down, just really let your head hang. You can move it forward and back and side to side. Roll the shoulders. Good. So bend your knees if you need to. I want you to feel long in the low back. And if your low back is bothering you, you can always use your hands and press or knead into your low back at any time in any position. It's 2 more breaths here. Really make them count. Breathe in through the nose. Let it go. One more. Good. All right, let's soften our knees and slowly drag ourselves up. So really round the spine. Keep the chin in. You can pull your pants down as you roll up. Stand up nice and tall. Good. Once you're up, let the shoulders rise towards the ears. Take a breath at the top. And as you exhale, let your shoulders pull down your back. So we'll do some nice deep shoulder rolls here. Forward and up. And back and down. Good. A couple more here. Good. All right. So you're going to take your right foot and you're going to step it over to the left. And you're going to stay on your toes here. And then you're going to pull your hips more forward. Good. So my hips are more forward. So that's going to depend on where your foot needs to be. And then your arms are going to reach up overhead. Just reach up. Take a deep breath, reach up. And then lean to the left. So I want you to lean over to the left. Just push, push, push. A little bit of balance, a little bit of open side body. Press down into the left foot deeper. Good. Come back up to the center. Deep breath here. As you exhale, we're going to pull the right knee into our chest. So pull the right knee into your chest here. Big breath. Good. One more deep breath here. Nice. All right, we're going to step our right foot wide. So bring your right foot wide, and you can be, off your mat. Your right foot doesn't have to be on your mat, but make space for you. Arms reach up overhead, and then exhale, fold forward. So come all the way down. Nice and wide. Drop the weight of your head here. So you can have your feet really, really wide, wider than shoulders. You could have them, it's kind of in the middle. Just make sure you feel grounded. We're lengthening that low back here. Take a deep breath. And then our right hand's going to step forward and we're going to twist. So right hand is down, the left arm is going to reach up. Oh, I wore the wrong clothes today. Damn it. Left arm up. Reach up. And then I want you to press down into your right foot a little more. So I'm pressing into my right foot and imagine that my right foot is swiping out to the right. Really not just pushing down, I'm pushing out. Belly in. Good. 2 more breaths. Now for low back here, what are you doing? You're lengthening. So keep that belly in, the front ribs in, and lengthen the low back. But let's bring it all the way back down. And then we're going to the opposite side. Left fingertips down. Right arm reaches up. And then as you press down into your left foot, you press down and you push it out. And that will give you a little bit more space in your low back, but also really emphasize the stretch. Pull the belly in, go deeper. Lengthen the tailbone. Find your breath, friends. One more. Good, then bring it all the way back down. All right, inhale, come all the way up. Reach it up, reach it up, reach it up. Good, so big breath here. Exhale, hands come to the heart. All right, so we're going to step back into the left foot and bring the right knee back into our chest here. Push it in. And we're going to find tree. So let your right foot come somewhere along the standing leg. And it can be really high or it can be low. Sometimes I practice with it lower because I don't normally do it. And I find that it's more difficult days, certain days. So just take a breath. I want you to feel nice and wide here. Good. So a few more breaths. Whoa. One more. Good. Knee comes back to the chest, nice and slow. Give it a hug in. You can use your hands if you want to. Good. And then the right foot's going to come down. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Right yourself to the back of your mat. Big breath in. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Hands come down, walk forward to plank. Take a deep breath in plank. Push the heels back, forward and back, forward and back. Good. Slowly come down to your belly. You can always drop your knees first. Come down to the belly. Find Sphinx. The forearms down. And remember, you can place your forearms as you placed them before when you were in Dolphin. But keep the pubis bone rooted. We'll take about 5 breaths here. You can drop the weight of your head. Really use a rich breath, right? You're so responsible for what you get out of your practice, much more so than me, because this isn't about me, it's about you. So find your breath. If you'd like to move into something larger, you can move into seal. You just have 2 more breaths here. Seal is hands wide and chest up. Completely up to you. All right, so let's bring it back. Hips to heels for child's. And then downward facing dog. So go ahead and make your way back to downward dog. And you can move around in down dog if you need to. Oh. All right, let's walk our hands back towards our feet. Take a breath and halfway lift once you get to the back of the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out, fold down. A few breaths here. Move around in it. You can sway, move shoulders or chin or jaw. You can pull yourself down, right? It feels good, and it's the right thing to do. Good. All right, so we're going to drag ourselves back up. So chin comes to the chest, knees bend, really round up. So you're really unfurling. Once you're all the way up, shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, pull them back and down. Good, so let's do some more shoulder rolls here. And so, really, yoga is the practice of whole body. You're focusing on the mobility of your shoulders. Feel the scaps moving in the back body, opening through the collarbones and sternum. Legs are firm, belly is in, brow is soft. One more time around. Inhale, shoulders to ears, pause, big breath in. Exhale, down. So that one more time. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, down. Good. All right, we're going to take our left foot and we're going to step it over the right foot. And then try to draw your left hip back a little bit here. So I'm engaging my calf, like I'm pulling the muscles up, because if I'm not, I'm just kind of loosey-goosey. I'm missing all the things here. All right. Arms are going to reach up overhead. Good. Big breath here. You can feel a lot of what you did yesterday through these postures. That's the intention. Reach up. And then we'll lean over to the right. And the lean is not very deep. It might be for you. It's not that deep for me today. So I don't want you to feel this in your low back. So you've got your tailbone pulling down. You're digging into your right foot and reaching through that left toe. Then you'll find your breath. Good. Just another one here. Beautiful, everyone. Come back to the center. Take a breath. Good. And then our hands will come down. Our left knee's going to come into our chest. So give it a nice hug here. And you could use your hand if you want to. Just pull on that sit bone, hamstring. Take a breath. Good. And then we're going to step our left foot wide. And so your left foot could come off the mat. You can move around if you want to. Good. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Nice deep breath. And as you exhale, we're going to fold down. So you might want to take your feet wider this time. You've been here before. I'm going to scoop my feet wider. I'm going to scoop myself back on the mat. All right. Take a breath and halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. So what I'd like you to do this time is try to get your forearms down. You're thinking, there's no way, Beth. There's no way. Well, maybe you take your feet as wide as they will go to get those forearms down. You might need that blanket, or if you have a block. And you'll have your forearms and your hands placed really well, right? And then you're going to drop the weight of your head. You're going to lean a little forward and lean a little back. Lean a little forward and lean a little back. Good. So spread your toes and kind of dig them in a little bit. Not so much that it causes, like you're gripping for dear life or anything. But feel the presence of the top of your foot, the bottom of your foot, the arch is lifting. And you'll feel that arch lift when you spread the toes and dig them in. Just a couple more breaths. If you're almost forearms down, then that's okay. One more breath. My feet are pressing down and wide apart. They're pushing isometrically out. Good. One more. Good. And then slowly we'll walk back up to our hands. Good. And then if you feel a little too splayed out here, you can walk the feet in just a little bit. And then we're going to walk our hands over to the right. So I'm moving over to the right. And then I'm going to twist from here. It's much bigger here. My left hand might be in front of my right foot. It might be forward or back. Find a place to ground in. And then your right hand's going to go to your back, your low back, and you're going to twist. Look over your right shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Now lean back. So lean your head, your heart back. Good. Soften the left knee a little bit. Go deeper. Turn the tailbone down. One more breath. Good. Right arm reaches up. And then it reaches over, across the horizon, over past your nose until it comes all the way down. And then you'll be back in the center. Walk your hands to the center. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands over to the left, please. Right hand comes down. A little bend in that right knee. Anchor down. Left hand goes to the low back. You look good. Look over the left shoulder. Oh my goodness. Yep. So Thursday, right? If you are practicing with me during the week, we have a lot of practice. This is like our last class until Sunday. I do hope that you will visit the recordings. All right, lean back, take a breath, one more, lengthen the tailbone. Left arm reaches up, and then it reaches forward, goes past your nose until you come all the way down. Uncross the hands. Good. Walk the feet in a bit. Good. Walk the hands back. Inhale, come all the way up. Nice big breath. Reach up, arms reach up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Good. All right, so we'll bring our feet in close together. You could always like step them in if you want to. If you're feeling kind of sassy. All right, so we'll find tree. So step into that right foot. Let the left knee come in. You can hug it in if you'd like to, around your foot. And then pull the knee wide. And you'll find tree. Higher or lower than the knee, trying to press into your knee. Hip points face forward. Good. Find your tree. Squeeze your butt. Whoa. You're doing great. So you want to feel kind of a little yank on the navel. The navel's pulling up, and that's going to help you lengthen that tailbone. Good. 2 more breaths. Good. All right, knee comes forward. Hug it in one last time. And then you'll place it down. Good. So from the back of the mat, inhale, arms reach up overhead. Big breath. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down, walk forward to plank. Take a deep breath in plank. Exhale, bring it down to the floor. Find Sphinx. Good. If you prefer seal, you're moving right into seal. Arms are straight. Good. Take a breath. Close your eyes. Seal is, Sphinx is one of my favorite yin postures. Seal is a yin posture. Relax your jaw. Check the clock for us. Oh, we're right on time. So use this opportunity today to let yourself feel a little bit of the depth. Right? The depth of you, the depth of your day, the depth of practice. Right? Just let yourself sink into the depth. Don't be so ready for the next thing. Good. This is great for low back, pushing into the pubic bone. You can play with pulling the belly in, see if that changes things for you. Good. I'm watching the clock a little bit here. We've got a little bit more time. Again, you're always welcome to move into seal if you need something a little bit larger. Good. If few more cycles of breath here. All right, so let the hands drag back. The chin will come to the floor. Take a breath as you spill forward. So, you know, you can use this posture. It's such a simple place to traction your low back. If you don't feel the traction of your low back, you have your chin on the ground. I'm just turning to face you so I can see you. But you have your chin on the ground, your hands, you know, as if you were getting ready to move into baby cobra, maybe, or cobra. And you're pointing your toes, and I'm pushing my pubic bone into the ground and pulling my belly up. Then I'm going to use my hands to press down and back behind me, isometrically. And think about it, that helps you traction your low back. It's okay to feel some ache here as you're creating some space. And we live in a place of compressing all the time. Take a breath here. Good. Pull the belly in a little deeper. And then push the ground away. You're in half plank. Look forward, take a breath. Half plank, pull the belly in tighter. 3, 2, belly in tight. 1, hips to heels for child's pose. So come down to your child's pose. Good. All right, so from your child's pose, go ahead and walk your hands all the way back and come to sit. So here's one of the places that you can use your prop if you need it, underneath your seat or underneath the backs of the knees. But we're gonna start to walk our hands back. We're gonna open up these quads. Oh goodness, so I feel goddess in my quads here. I'm gonna shift my hips a little bit closer to the ground. Again, you can have a prop underneath you here. So I'm going to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Take a little bit of time here. If you can bend the elbows maybe, you can drag the head back. If it feels like it's the best next place to be, you come down to those forearms. Good. Pull the belly in, lengthen the tailbone. If your knees are up off the ground, you're too deep, my friend. You've got to have your shins on the floor. If you want to put a prop underneath them, that's fine. Pull the belly in. Lift your eyebrows. Lift the corners of your mouth. And relax. Take a full breath in. Good, we're almost there. Lengthen the tailbone. If you can go lower, you can go lower. I just don't go lower anymore. My body, I used to be able to just like flop right down on my back. And now that's just so unnecessary. It's too much for my low back to do that. I get everything I need from being here. So really think, where are you getting everything you need? Where do you need to be? Right? Just 2 more breaths. Oh, this is really clearing my sinuses. That's why I want you to lift those eyebrows every now and then. Woo! All right, so slowly, wherever you are, just come up. Take it slow, and then come forward. Turn the toes under, draw the knees in, closer together, if not to touch, okay? Come down to your forearms. Remember all the parts of the forearm work? Do you remember? You do. Let your head hang, pull your belly in, lean forward a bit. Turn the toes under, belly is in, round a bit. Lift the knees, find dolphin. Push back. Walk your feet as forward as you possibly can. You can take it nice and slow, 1 leg at a time, 1 leg at a time. Don't be afraid. And whatever you do, don't slump. Press down into those elbows. Your neck is nice and long, right? Just keep walking it up. You can have your feet really wide here if you want. Sometimes that gives you a little bit more space. in the hip flexors to lean up. 2 more breaths. Belly's in tight, quads are engaged, hamstrings are lifting. If your feet are wide, go ahead and step them in towards each other, towards the middle of your mat, and if you have to step them back. Take a breath. Come high on your toes, inhale. Exhale, heels to the ground. One more time, inhale high on the toes. Exhale, heels to the ground. Bring your knees to the ground. Walk your hands back. Come to stand on your knees. Good. Arms reach up overhead. Nice deep breath. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands go behind your back. Push the palms in so the fingertips are facing down. Pull your elbows in towards each other. Push the hips forward. Doesn't have to be huge here. Pull the belly in. Breathe. Look up. Lift your eyebrows. Lift the corners of your mouth. Exhale, release. Take a breath. Good. Stand up nice and tall on your knees. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come down. Good. Make your way into downward facing dog. Press it back. Take a breath. Good. Walk your hands back towards your toes. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out and fold. Move your head around and dangle here with your shoulders. Keep your chin into your chest. Slowly come all the way up. Round it up. Shoulders reach up towards the ears once you're tall. Inhale. Exhale and fold down your back. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Big breath. Lift your quads. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, walk forward to plank. Find your plank. Ignite the legs. Lean forward and back. Good. Slowly come down to your belly. Good. Find Sphinx or Seal. Take a breath. Good. It's a couple more. Last one. Good. All right, so we're going to come down to the floor a little bit, and my chin's on the ground. And I'm going to reach my right arm forward, and I'm going to thread my left arm underneath me. Okay, so it's I'm kind of squishing up into my chest here, and I always kind of have to move around. All right, we negotiate the flesh, and then just heavy down as much as you can here. Get as close to the floor. This too can be a great place for a prop if you want it for your head. Good. So a few more breaths just like this. We're going to add on here. All right, bend your right knee out to the side. So my right knee is out to the side, right? So think about kind of like tree, but you don't have to have your foot touching your left leg, okay? So think kind of that tree pose. Lean a little to the left side. Feel the length of your left side. But then if you're feeling compression in the low back, push the pubic bone down, please. Take some deep breaths here. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So a few more on your own. Last one. All right, so you're going to roll to the left. So what's going to happen here, if you've never done this before, stay in the position you're in, arms and legs, everything. Just lean to the left shoulder, and then let your right arm go across your nose, kind of like how we did before in that twist. And then the right arm comes out to the side, and your right knee is kind of in your chest. And breathe here. So I always like to press into the back of my head. to lift my left shoulder out from underneath me and then place it back down. So if you'd like, you could always have a prop underneath this right knee, but you don't have to have it. If it feels like it's pulling too much on your back, you could put your hand underneath it to hold it, right? You could have your hand underneath. Good. So find your, it's a nice long twist, isn't it? You can keep the belly in. You can make this a little bit more large if you have the space for it in your body and in your space of practice by extending the right leg out. And if I had a prop, I'd probably put it underneath my leg. This is all up to you, right? What is happening with this right leg. The knee could be bent or straight, or somewhere in between. The other option is to move a little deeper into the low back and quad your left foot. Think about where your left foot is. Get your brain, your head into your left toes. Wiggle them. And then bend the left knee. So here's my left foot. It's coming up towards my butt. And I take my right hand and I grab for the foot. And I grab underneath the foot to pull my shoulder down. It's called pulling the tail of the cat. Good. So keep that belly pulling in. You can push your left foot into your right hand if you want. Good. This is these Thursdays, I wish we had like 75 minutes so we could land a little longer. Maybe one day we'll have that, right? Or really, you know, the best thing to do is to take this recording, pause it in these spaces, and stay longer. Okay, that's what you should do. All right, so slowly release any bind you have and pause. And then pull your belly in, let your right knee come to your chest for a moment. You can even hug it in if you'd like to. And then you're gonna roll back to your belly nice and slow. Just roll it back. And you're gonna land in with your hands, your forearms down in Sphinx. If Sphinx is too much for your low back here, you can be on the ground. But you're going to move a little side to side. Check the clock. Good. You can let your head come down. Deep breath in, long breath out. If you want to be in seal, you could be in seal. All right, let's go to the other side now. So our left arm will reach out and our right arm is going to come underneath us. If you know we're getting ready to roll. So if there's a wall next to you on the right, go ahead and scooch to the left, please. Let your head come down, use your prop if you want. Your hands can always be a prop, right? You're smart people, know how to prop. Take a few breaths. If you can get your chin down, if you can like kind of squeeze into your throat, it's great. Great work to move into that throat lock. One more breath here. And then pick your head up just a little bit and slide that left knee up to the side. And you can do it like a tree if you want, or you can have the foot out. Have the knee as high as you can without compressing. So not higher than the hip, okay? And then you want to lean into the right side a little bit. Find your breath. Get heavy. So yin is about being heavy. And then if you notice, like, oh my gosh, I'm really kind of pushing away, that's when you sink down. Sink it down. A few more breaths here. I'll tell you when it's time to roll. All right, so slowly, you're just going to spill over onto the right side. Just pull yourself over to the right. With that left arm, move across your face and then over and out. A cactus arm is fine if you don't have enough space. And then you go to that left knee, moving in or out. You can prop it, right, with something underneath it. Press into the back of your head. Lift your right shoulder out from underneath you and then lay it back down. It deepens the twist, gives you more support to the upper back. Take a deep breath in. Keep your low belly pulling slightly in, especially if you feel any kind of insecurity of the low back. Nice, everyone. And then again, you can straighten the left leg if you want. You can play with that. And then rebend, whatever feels good, right? This practice is here for you. It's here for you. Whoa, there goes my back. My low back just popped 3 times. Whoa, that's what I needed. You want to make this deeper, right? Either have that left leg extended or you think about right toes. Where are they? Wiggle them. You bring your toes to connect and walk that right knee farther back, bend the knee. Use your left hand to grab the foot. If it doesn't reach the foot, it's okay. Just think about it energetically where it is. You can find the bind of the hand and foot. You use it. You push the foot into the hand, you keep the belly in, you help open up the quad a little more. It's just a deeper posture. And then breathe, 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 breathe. Pull the left shoulder down. Relax your face. Good. You're almost there. It's 2 more breaths. Good. All right, so when we come out of it, we release the binds first and keep our belly in. You can hug that left knee into your chest if you'd like. That'll help just kind of lengthen the back. And then slowly you'll begin to roll all the way back to your belly and come into Sphinx. Let your head drop, let your feet wide a bit here. Move into the belly. Let your belly kind of smush down into the ground. Keep your pubic bone down. Good. Take a deep breath in. Lift your chest. Here's where it's a nice posture for seal. Hands close together or wide. Big breath. One more. I'm pointing my toes. This is more active here, my friends. Good. One more. Press and rise. And then exhale, bring it all the way down. Spill forward. Let your hands come together to stack. Bring your head down. Bend your knees and windshield wiper your shins side to side. Side to side. In a circle shape, the shins are moving. Opposite circle direction. Into those quads and belly. Knees. Good. And then the hands will come underneath the shoulders. Let me check the clock. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Pull the belly in. My feet are still up. I'm going to push up into a half plank here. My feet up. If it's too much, you can have the feet down. Take a deep breath. Belly in. And then hips to heels for child. So push it back. Walk the hands back. Find child's traction, that low back. Should feel good. Head comes down. Move your hips a little side to side. Take a deep breath. Good. So we have a few more moments of our practice. And I'm going to move you around, and then at 10 of, I'm going to drop you into your Shavasana where you can decide to stay or not. But we need these extra moments to move around. So from your child's pose, please, from child's, go ahead and come forward onto the forearms. Walk it forward so your hands are closer towards the top of your mat. Walk the feet in towards each other. Get the knees in nice and tight this time. The ankles are touching, the toes are turned under. Take a breath here. Make sure your elbows are where they need to be and you're pressing down. So you feel the round of the upper back. Look back at your knees. Pull the belly in. Find your dolphin. I'm going to walk my feet up. I'm going to push back. really opening up the backs of my legs here feels great. My legs are narrow to start. When I get as high as I can, I'm gonna step my feet wide. And my toes are gonna turn kind of in. My heels are actually off my mat here. I'm gonna press back. Move around from side to side. Push back, push back, push back. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, tuck the belly in, lift the quads. Do you feel connected? Then you're doing it perfectly. Good. One more breath. Good. Walk the feet back together to touch. They're towards the back of your mat now. Then walk your feet back. Spread out your dolphin. Come high in your toes. Lean forward. Find forearm plank. I'm pushing my feet back here. Take a breath. Good. One more. And then exhale, bring it down. Good. So bend your knees. Bring your hands behind you. So you can either bring your hands to your feet. You can do this one leg at a time if you want. If you can't grab your feet, even one leg at a time. If you're doing one leg at a time, the opposite leg is on the floor. Okay, so you're here, or you've got both feet, or you can have your hands behind your back with your feet up. Got it? All right. So take a breath. Push your pubic bone down wherever you are. Look down at the floor. Tuck those front ribs in. Take a breath in. Hold it. Exhale, lift up. Good. So we're going to breathe here a little bit. I'm going to pick my toes up as high as I can. I'm going to spill into my belly. I'm pushing my feet into my hands. I'm finding my breath. You can move around in it. If you prefer to have the quads on the ground, just opening up the top of the chest, that's okay. 2 more breaths here. Oh, good. Last one. Make it count. Slowly bring it down. Let your hands come underneath your forehead. Move your shins side to side. One more deep breath here. All right, so if you will either roll over onto your back or come up to seated meditation. So roll to your back or come to seated meditation. If you decided to roll to your back, do whatever serves you, that nurtures you on your back, whether that's knees in or a little twisting or rolling around, or just flatten it out, whatever feels good. If you decided seated meditation, sit well. Wherever you are, just take a moment to let your eyes relax, whether their eyes are open or your eyes are closed. Relax your jaw, lift your eyebrows, lift your sides of the mouth, the corners of your mouth. Relax. Take a natural breath now. Wherever you are, allow this to be what we spoke of, I believe, yesterday, about the depth of your practice. Shavasana is your corpse pose, your seated meditation. Allow yourself also to just let all the things before, let them die. Because here you are, just you now. Notice any shift that you created. Honor that. Allow yourself to stay as long as you can in seated meditation or on your back for Shavasana, because you deserve it and you need it. And know that the light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. And I'm very thankful to have you. Namaste.